I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be women who want you, chase you, and pursue you, but they still cheat on you. I've got an email here from a viewer, and he says, "Hi, Corey. I wrote to you before about an ex-girlfriend that I dumped after a 2-year relationship. I dumped her because I hated the fact that she was going out every weekend, coming home late as fuck, being flaky and shady, and my trust was drifting away. She moved away, but a month later, she started chasing me for a while, and after a lot of hesitation, I ended up asking her to come to my place so we could make dinner together." Perfect thing to ask when you dump a chick and yet she's still wanting you back. Instead of going out and spending all kinds of money and this and that. This way you can come over, it's just the two of you, and you can rekindle your romance and end up back in the bedroom having great indoor Olympic sex. He says, "She nearly raped me and we started seeing each other again. She mentioned she wanted an exclusive relationship and I agreed, but kept going on about my life. I didn't text her back and forth, and the only time I did was to plan dates." But you got to remember, women should be doing 70 to 80% of the texting, calling, and pursuing. Something to be cognizant and aware of at all times, because if they're not, then that's indicative of where their real level of true interest in you is. He says, "Last week she started to contact me less, and when I told her we should get together on Friday for dinner, she replied that she didn't know if she was going to work yet. I replied, okay, let me know, and I would really like to, because I'd really like to see you. She didn't give me any news until Friday night. Then she called and I asked her if she was working that night, and she said no, but because she didn't have any news from me, she made plans with coworkers and friends, but she didn't know if she was going to meet them." And when a girl says that, I would have just said, "Fuck them. I'm a hell of a lot more fun than those people. So you need to get your fucking ass over here at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever." Pause, see what she says. She'll go, "Okay." She's like, "What should I tell him?" I was like, "Just tell him you're hanging out with the love of your life. That's what you're doing." It's like, "I got to run. I'll see you at 8. Bye." And then get off the phone. He says, "I told her, okay, let's meet tomorrow instead," and she agreed. And see, you just communicated through your actions that it's okay to jerk you around. And you have basically trained her in that particular moment that it's okay. I mean, because she knows that you two are supposed to get together, and she blames it on you because you guys didn't talk. Well, she was supposed to get back to you and let you know whether or not you could do something. But at the end of the day, you didn't make a definite date, and that's where you fucked up in that particular moment. Because when a girl, if she would have said, "Well, I'm not sure what I'm doing," just say, "All right, well, we'll just do it some other time, and I'll make other plans. I hope you have a great weekend." And then you just go on about your life. And then you just leave the conversation. And if she really wants to see you, then she'll be like, no, I definitely want to see you, but I'm unsure." It's like, "Well, I want to see you, but I'm not going to leave my Friday night open for a maybe or wait on you to get back to me. If you can't make plans now, then we'll just make plans some other time." And if she really wants to see you, she'll make definite plans. But if she doesn't, she'll just go, "Okay," and that'll be that. But you communicated weakness because you went along with her basically blowing you off to go do something with her friends. And that's why she kind of said, "Well, I'm not really sure if I'm going to meet them," because she's basically testing you, seeing how you react. And if you communicated confidence, which you did not, she would have gone ahead and kept the plans to see you. But instead, you let it slide. He says, "I noticed that there was a guy from her job gravitating around my ex when we were still together, and she promised that there was nothing going on between them, that she wasn't interested, and that they barely talked at work. But I had a feeling that the guy was with her last Friday night, and when she called the next day after Friday night, she said she got drunk with her friends at her apartment and went to sleep very late. I asked her who she was with, and she mentioned everyone, but she didn't mention the guy's name. And I challenged her by asking her, 'So how is Mr. X doing?' And she acted like she didn't have a clue what I was talking about. Then I said, 'I know you know what I'm talking about.' And then she denied until she said, 'Well, I know half of what you're talking about, but I don't talk to Mr. X.' So I said, 'So you're telling me he wasn't at your apartment last night?' And she replied, 'Well, he wasn't there for me.'" What the fuck? See, that's like girls being vague, like, "Well, That's when I told her we were done for good this time. And I had the confirmation that she wasn't trustworthy and that a long-term relationship was impossible with her. Yeah, a woman like this is only good fuck buddy or open relationship type material. She's not good girlfriend material. He said, and plus with her coming over and saying she wants a relationship, I wouldn't agree to it on the spot. I would have just said, you know what, let's just see how things go. Because quite frankly, when we were together last, I didn't like how you treated me. And if you start treating me the same way you treated me before, then I'm not going to be interested in getting together. But let's just take it, don't complicate things. Let's just take it one day at a time and see how things go. And that's what I would have said to her. But you were overly anxious to agree to get back into a relationship. So that was, another thing I wouldn't have done if I were you. He says, I even bluffed her by saying I knew that she had a thing going on with Mr. X, and she denied it again, so I told her I had a source who told me they were hooking up together. She said, well, we talked a lot, but I haven't been speaking with him for the past 3 weeks. He says, I don't understand why she chased me to have me back and then asked for an exclusive relationship, but a few weeks after that, she would do something like that and lie about it. Because that's how you've trained her. You've trained her in the past, and once you got back together again with her, that it's okay to jerk you around and keep you on the back burner in case she has nothing better going on. That's why, because you were too easy or too available, plus you let this girl walk all over you, and obviously that's why she doesn't respect you, and she does the things that she does, because you've pretty much communicated that she can get away with it. But at the end of the day, the girl has no integrity. She's not good girlfriend or relationship material. And you need to understand that. Women don't change. People like this, they don't change. It's just the way they are. So have fun with her, hook up with her, and if you really want to have a serious relationship and a good girlfriend in your life, this girl ain't it. Date other women, keep hanging out and hooking up with her. It doesn't really matter. I mean, she's gonna lie. She's obviously has no problem lying to you. And so the question is, what else is she lying to you about that you don't know about? And so you just got to make sure you wear a condom when you're with this chick too, because just like you said, you get tired of her fucking bullshit, flaky behavior. But at the end of the day, the reason she acted so flaky was because you trained her to treat you that way. And I pointed out a few instances already. So he says, but a few weeks after she would do something like that, why would she lie about it? And now she keeps texting me saying she thinks I'm immature for ignoring her texts and making her feel like she's a liar. She's in complete denial. She can't even see her flaws even when I put them right in front of her eyes. I would like to understand that type of behavior so I won't ever fall for that type of woman again. Well, for one, you got to stop letting women walk all over you. Your time is valuable. It's important. If somebody won't make definite plans, then you withdraw the offer. I talk about that all the time. But instead, because you really like the girl, you're willing to let her slide. You're willing to let her kind of blow you off to maybe do something else on a Friday night. And that communicates weakness. It communicates that she's basically going to do whatever she wants based upon how she feels in the moment. And she doesn't feel any loss. So it's a big part of how you're treating her and how you're showing up. So I would encourage you to go and read my book again or read it if you haven't read it already. You can get a copy of the Amazon Kindle version of my book by going to my website, and underneath the email sign-up box, there's a box that has a link that'll take you right to the download page for my book. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, you can download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install the app and complete the purchase of my book. If you have a question that you want to ask me, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max. Just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. You can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters and articles, go to my website, and on the Wibbia toolbar, which will be at the bottom of your screen on any page of my website, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.